Hello everyone, I am Dr. Anjum Rashid. Today I will discuss psoriasis. Psoriasis is a chronic autoimmune disease. It happens when the immune system targets the skin with inflammation. The inflammation speeds up the production of skin cells from an average 28 to 38 days to a mere 4 to 5 days, and this causes cells to pile up on the surface of the skin. This results in itchy, scaly, flaking patches which are known as plaques. Now, some foods are known to cause systemic whole body inflammation, which can either trigger or worsen psoriasis symptoms in some people, while other foods are considered anti-inflammatory because they help decrease inflammation in the body. Now, in psoriasis, a variety of triggers can cause flare-ups, including bad weather, excess stress, and certain foods. Let's examine the foods that are most likely to trigger a psoriasis flare-up. First are nightshades. Potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, and tomatillos are all members of the nightshade family, and unfortunately, all are linked to psoriasis flare-ups. Researchers think that nightshades may aggravate the intestinal lining and exacerbate the immune-related disorders, including psoriasis. Next is fatty red meat. This can trigger inflammation and may lead to bigger and more severe psoriasis flares. Now, foods to avoid include red meat, especially beef, sausage, bacon, and other processed red meats. However, if you are in the mood for red meat, opt for lean cuts such as sirloin and top and bottom rounds, and choose ground beef with the lowest percentage of fat. Next are ultra-processed foods. Often loaded with sugar, sodium, and other additives, ultra-processed foods are high in saturated and trans fats and should be avoided. Now, examples of ultra-processed foods to limit include breakfast cereal, ice cream, pastries, cookies, crackers, prepared meals, processed meat, and soft drinks. Next is dairy. While not all individuals with psoriasis experience dairy-related triggers, some find that dairy products worsen their symptoms. Now, dairy products include milk and cheese, which contain arachidonic acid, which may contribute to inflammation. And some people struggle to digest the casein protein or lactose, which is found in cow's milk. Now, some individuals with psoriasis have reported that eliminating dairy from their diets leads to improved symptoms. Next is sugar. Excessive sugar intake may worsen psoriasis symptoms by increasing the inflammation and potentially triggering the flare-ups. Sugar-laden foods and drinks can lead to weight gain, and being overweight or obese may worsen psoriasis. A diet high in sugar can disrupt the gut microbiome, potentially triggering the inflammation and psoriasis flare-ups. Now, natural sugars which are found in fruits are generally less problematic than the added sugars in the processed foods, desserts, candies, and drinks, which should be avoided. Next are fried foods. These are often high in saturated fat, which has inflammatory compounds called advanced glycation end products, AGEs. They form when a food is cooked at a high temperature. In one study, people who cut back on high AGE foods appear to have less inflammation in their bodies. So choose baked, boiled, or steamed food instead of fried. Refined grains. To make white flour and white rice, grains are stripped of their fiber and nutrients. To manage psoriasis, it is generally recommended to limit or avoid refined grains like white bread, white rice, and pasta, as they can contribute to inflammation and blood sugar fluctuations. Instead, focusing on whole grains like brown rice, whole wheat flour, and whole grain bread can be beneficial. Next is alcohol. Alcohol disrupts the normal functioning of the skin barrier, which protects the skin from moisture loss. This can aggravate psoriasis by increasing flaking, scaling, itching, and peeling. So, alcohol overconsumption causes inflammation that can aggravate psoriasis and lead to hyperkeratosis, that is the hardening of the outer layer of the skin. Next is gluten. People with psoriasis have higher rates of celiac disease. Symptoms of celiac disease are triggered by protein called gluten, which is found in wheat, barley, rye, and triticale. Now, some research suggests that eliminating gluten from the diet may help certain people with psoriasis control their symptoms. Next is tobacco. Tobacco use, including smoking cigarettes and vaping, is detrimental to individuals with psoriasis. It is considered a major risk factor for the disease and can exacerbate its symptoms and severity. Smoking is linked to increased risk of psoriasis development as well as more extensive and severe psoriasis in those who already have it. Additionally, smoking can negatively impact the effectiveness of the psoriasis treatment, making it more difficult to manage the condition. Next are eggs. Some people with psoriasis stop eating eggs because they believe that these eggs increase inflammation. Although egg yolks contain arachidonic acid, which may cause inflammation, but there is no scientific evidence that prove this link. What's more, eggs are a good source of nutrients like vitamin D and B12, as well as selenium, which have an anti-inflammatory effect. Now I will discuss the foods which should be included in the diet of psoriasis patient. First are vegetables. Aim to eat a rainbow of fresh plant-based foods each day, which contain a variety of polynutrients or compounds with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. Examples include dark leafy greens such as kale, spinach, collard greens, chard and arugula, pumpkin and other winter squashes, purple carrots, radishes, yellow beets, broccoli, cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. Next is fatty fish. Their omega-3 fats can help with inflammation and give your immune system a boost. According to one study, people who ate 6 ounces of fatty fish a week saw their psoriasis symptoms get better. So, fish to eat include salmon, albacore, tuna, mackerel, sardines, herring, cod, and lake trout. Whole grains. Fiber-rich whole grains can ease inflammation. They also can help you slim down, and research shows that shedding pounds can help with your psoriasis symptoms. So, choose whole grain breads, cereals, and pastas, and also brown or wild rice. Bulgur, quinoa, and barley are other tasty options. Heart healthy oils. Certain oils contain anti-inflammatory fatty acids. It is important to focus on oils with a high ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 fatty acids. Oils to eat include olive oil, flaxseed oil, and safflower oil. Nuts and avocado oils have also healthy fats. Fruits. Fruits have antioxidant, fiber, and other vitamins that fight inflammation. For the biggest boost, eat a variety of colors. Berries including blueberries, strawberries and raspberries, and also cherries, grapes and apples all have antioxidants called polyphenols, while oranges and melons are high in vitamin C. Now pineapple has an anti-inflammatory enzyme called bromelain. Banana, mangoes and pomegranate are also good for psoriasis. Legumes, beans and lentils. These are good source of protein, fiber and antioxidants. They can help keep your weight in check and ease the inflammation in your body. And research suggests that a vegetarian diet can help with psoriasis symptoms. So try swapping them for meat once in a while. Use them in place of ground beef in chili or tacos. You can also add mashed beans to burgers and sandwiches. Nuts and seeds. Certain type of nuts such as almonds, walnuts and pistachios have been found to have anti-inflammatory properties that may benefit individuals with psoriasis. By choosing nuts as a snack option, you can also avoid processed and high sugar snacks that can worsen inflammation and other psoriasis related issues. Spices and herbs. Spices and herbs are top sources of anti-inflammatory antioxidants. So sprinkle cinnamon or nutmeg in your cereal. Toss veggies with dill or rosemary, or season your meat with cumin or basil. Probiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms such as bacteria or yeast that can increase the levels of good bacteria in the gut, and this may decrease systemic inflammation. Research has found that taking a probiotic supplement or eating probiotic foods such as yogurt, kimchi, or kefir may help reduce psoriasis symptoms and the flare-ups. Supplements. It is best to get nutrients from the foods in your diet, but supplements may help compensate for deficiencies. A few to consider include fish oil. A fish oil supplement contains omega-3 fatty acid, which decrease inflammation. Then vitamin D and B12. Low levels of vitamin D and B12 are associated with psoriasis. Some research suggests that increasing intake of these nutrients may reduce symptoms of the condition. Next is selenium. This antioxidant helps counteract the free radicals in the bloodstream, which may decrease inflammation. Turmeric. Turmeric contains a polyphenol called curcumin, which has powerful anti-inflammatory properties. While some studies show promise, especially when curcumin is used as an adjunctive therapy with topical corticosteroids. The overall research on oral turmeric for psoriasis is limited, and experts cannot definitely say it is effective or what the optimal dosage is. So, many autoimmune conditions such as psoriasis can benefit from dietary changes. If you have psoriasis, you may find it beneficial to include plenty of anti-inflammatory foods such as fruits, vegetable, and healthy oils. You may also want to avoid pro-inflammatory foods such as meat and processed foods. These dietary changes may help to reduce the frequency and severity of your flare-ups. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative health-related videos.